Alrighty, hello and welcome, buddy. What is going on? So, we've beaten Anderlecht 2-1. And I wanted to wait for this video. This video will be up like an hour after the match instead of like right after the match. I wanted to wait for this video because I feel like if I made this video right after the match, probably would have been a totally different video. It probably would have been a video where I would have been very disappointed, very angry, and honestly just felt pretty much disappointed in just the match and in general because we were absolutely abysmal. We were absolutely terrible, and we lacked the desire, we lacked the belief, we lacked the passion, we lacked we lacked a lot of things. We lacked a lot of things, and honestly, it just showed today that we were pretty awful. But the reason why I wanted to wait is because, quite frankly, if I sit back, if I actually take a look at the game, if I actually understand obviously the motivations behind it, it was to be expected. In all honesty, it was to be expected. We have. We pretty much already qualified. We are qualified for the Champions League knockout stages. We're pretty much guaranteed to be second, and we played a youngster in Friedel on the team, which I was very happy to see because I always like seeing youngsters come in the team because I feel like when you see, say you're someone else in the youth team, right? And you see in this case obviously Friedel play for the first team, you're gonna feel like there is a chance for me to actually progress. Whereas when no one from the youth team actually comes into the main squad, then you're just gonna feel like there's no real point on me to move to actually get some playing time. But now a lot of the youngsters, they will feel like it's time for us. There is actually a chance for us to actually prove ourselves. We're gonna get a chance sooner or later. So that's why I'm very glad to see that Friedel started. Obviously, he didn't have a good game at all. But as a whole, I feel like we did what we had to do. Obviously, we won 2-1. But yeah, we won 2-1, and it could have been worse. It should have honestly been worse. We should have actually lost. And let's be totally honest here. People always say that I'm being too negative. I'm being too unbiased. That every time there's a call that's 50-50, I always leave it to the opponents. Every time we have to make a save, I say that the other team should have won or the other team should have gotten a goal or whatnot. I try basically people always say that I'm too much on one side, but quite frankly, I feel like they honestly should have won. Looking at the first half, they had 3, 4, 5 good chances. I think we've had 4 chances the whole game, and we took 2 of them, which just shows how clinical we are. Obviously, you can make the argument that we're more clinical, which means that we deserve it more. That's a fair argument to make, but I felt like overall we were outplayed. Definitely in the first half. Second half is more 50-50, and that means overall that we were outplayed. But we got the win. Anderlecht's first goal that they've scored in this Champions League campaign. They got a second one as well, technically, but that was offside. So the first goal that counted that they scored, not great at all, but not bad. I mean, the first goal, the 2 goals, honestly, they're pretty nice, especially the second goal. I feel like the second goal especially was very, very nice. But the first goal as well, the first goal was a beautiful goal that, it was just, the first goal especially, and then the second goal, that was pretty nice, but the first goal especially was honestly awesome. James obviously coming in, being introduced for Thiago. James sees, he doesn't see, but he knows that Tolisso is doing the run to his right. Pass it to Tolisso. Tolisso, instead of actually going for the goal, which I think 9 out of 10 players would have gone for the goal, but no, Tolisso actually squares it over to Lewandowski, who is in acres of space, and he is there for a tap in. Second goal, Tolisso scores it this time. Kimmich assists him. Kimmich getting another assist. Kimmich has been good, right? Kimmich. I kind of regret what I said last year, pretty much this time last year, where I said that Kimmich, he would be wasted at right back. I mean, I still think he's kind of wasted at right back, but that's a different discussion, Kimmich has done very, very well so far. Kimmich will do even better. So who am I to complain? What right do I have to complain? Well, quite frankly, I've got a voice, so I can complain as much as I want. But Kimmich did really, really well. His cross is obviously outstanding, and he just is such a solid player. He's just such a good player, and it just shows you every time that he plays that he's such a good player. And Tolisso, I mean, he got an assist and a goal today. I didn't think he played all that great. I know, officially, I think he got the man of the match because he obviously got an assist and a goal. I wouldn't have given that to him. I don't even know who I would have given that to, in all honesty, because I feel like the whole team, both teams, I feel like obviously they were much better, but you can't really give a man of the match to a losing team. So like, just from our perspective, I don't think there's any player that really deserved to be a man of the match. I feel like every single player was bad, but then again, the whole context of this game was that we were already through, so that's why I'm not going to be ranting that much. It's honestly the first, I mean, there was one other game where we looked pretty poor, but we still got the win. But it's like the first game under your pine, because the first game in like 9 games where we looked that bad. So just because we looked that bad, and since that is the first game where we looked this bad, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to say, yeah, we got the result. We played a recent game. You know, we played on the weekend. Now we're playing on weekdays. We're already through. So obviously the players, they would, obviously the players, they would, you know, look at it much more relaxed than they would perhaps if we played against PSG in this example for the first place in the table, but we did not, and that's just the difference. So yeah, overall, I think, you know, it's one of those victories that you know, tomorrow you won't remember, but it is a victory nonetheless. It is a victory nonetheless, and that's what matters. That's what counts. So anyway, that's me, all in, gentlemen. I will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out, everyone. Have a nice day.